I am proposing the relocation of the Arizona Coyotes to the Cedar Rapids, Iowa. The reason for this move is due to the low attendance and cheap ticket sales in Arizona. They are the fourth lowest based on attendance and have the least history of the bottom five teams. New York Islanders have the lowest attendance record, but this is also possibly due to their current facility, which was made for basketball, not hockey, and has many limited view seats. The Arizona Coyotes have also been averaging around $30 million in losses per year for the last 5 years. The population of Phoenix, Arizona. It is the sixth most populated city in the United States with approximately 1,626,078 people living within the city limits. 22.3%, approximately 72,918 people living in poverty. 65.9% of the population is white. 6.5% of the population is black or African American, and 3.2% of the population is Asian. 2.2% are Native American. 40.8% of the population is Hispanic or Latino. The median age of the Phoenix population is 33.3 years old. Cedar Rapids, Iowa only has approximately 132,228 people living within the city limits. 11.4% of those, or 11,598, live in poverty. Nearly 88% of the population is white, more than 5.5% is black, 2.21% are Asian, and there's only just over 3% that are Hispanic. The median age of the Cedar Rapids population is 35.7 years old. Since 2015, the population in Phoenix, Arizona has risen by 51,039 people. 2015 was the beginning of a slow decline in population increase. The increase in 2015 was 27,310 people, followed by increases of 27,003 and 24,036 in 2016 and 2017, respectively. The population in Cedar Rapids has only grown by 1,733 people since 2015. The increase in 2015 was 1,176 people, with a sharp decline to 556 people in 2016, and the great increase back up to 1,177 back in 2017. The median household income for those in Phoenix is $49,328 per year. Men earn an average of approximately $30,516 per year, while women only earn about $23,471 per year. The median household income for those living in Cedar Rapids is $55,359 per year. Men earn an average of around $37,441 per year, while women earn an average of about $25,330 per year. With the higher income, allows for Cedar Rapids to have a higher cost on their ticket sales, and it also allows the ability for more people to possibly attend hockey games due to the amount of money that they are making, as well as hockey being an expensive sport, having a higher earnings also possibly allows more people to play the sport, as well as they have more money to be able to put into a hockey career. A new arena in Cedar Rapids is very close to about $200 million. In the Cedar Rapids Ice Arena cost an estimated $9.5 million in today's dollars for a $3,850 seating capacity arena, wanting at least 16,000 seats in the new arena with multiple levels, locker rooms, concession stands, bathrooms, press areas, a wives' room, workout room, media level, state-of-the-art equipment, training room, and more. We can easily consider the $200 million price range, if not more. Having undergone a $144 million renovation and reopening in 2013, the U.S. Cellular Center is home to an arena football team and an arena soccer team. This facility already has 9,000 seats, concession stands, and is connected to over 265 hotel rooms, almost 82,000 square feet of exhibit space, nearly 12,400 square feet of ballroom space, and over 19,300 square feet of meeting room space. The biggest problem with this arena is that there's no ice rink. In order to make this facility work, more levels would need to be added for the additional seating, and it would have to be worked on as to how to schedule games, cover the ice, etc., for the other teams' concerts and events that take place there. While this would be a much cheaper option than building a brand new facility, there'd be many headaches as this building was not made to be an ice arena, and it has been recently renovated, so closing it down again would probably not go over very well with investors as well as anybody else in the city. The Cedar Rapids Ice Arena is home to two ice rinks, a curling team, a junior hockey team, and 3,850 seats. They also have events, public skating, youth hockey, figure skating, and learn to skate programs. This arena would not just need to be added onto, but would need to be completely overhauled. In doing so, Cedar Rapids would lose all of the benefits that the arena currently offers. In order to keep those benefits, a new arena would need to be built for them. Therefore, when looking at all of the options, even though a new arena would be more costly than adding to the U.S. Cellular Center, it does make the most logical sense. A few of the NHL sponsors currently include Dunkin' Donuts, Pepsi Company, Adidas, Discover, and Coors Light. Adidas currently makes all of the NHL jerseys for all of the teams. There are some other sponsors as well, including Jägermeister, Upper Deck, Honda, Kraft Heinz, Bridgestone, who currently sponsors the Winter Classic, Molson Canadian, and Geico, among others. These would all be sponsors who would be able to put their name and give some money to the new arena and the new team. Some possible local sponsors to look at would be the Cedar Rapids Bank and Trust, Almost Famous Popcorn Company, Tanger Outlets, Iowa Children's Museum, and Alliant Energy. Cedar Rapids Bank and Trust would be a great sponsor because of their multiple locations as well as what they are. Banks are fabulous sponsors in the fact that they're essentially two different companies in one due to them also having a trust company there. Just adds to it. Having opened in 2012, Almost Famous Popcorn Company has 36 different flavors, free shipping across the U.S., and was named by Orbitz as one of the top 5 popcorn shops in the country. They even have a separate facility to make nut-free and gluten-free flavors. In addition to being a staple in Cedar Rapids, by having their logo around the boards and having people from all over the country and Canada see it, as well on TV as well as in person, they could possibly look them up. The company could make thousands, if not millions of dollars from people all over the country just by sponsoring this one hockey team. Tanger Outlets is known across the country, but there is a location less than 45 minutes away from Cedar Rapids in Williamsburg, Iowa. This would be great to advertise, not only for those in the area, but anyone who may be visiting as well. The Iowa Children's Museum would be a good potential sponsor, as they are a facility of over 28,000 square feet with many exhibits and programs to offer. Tickets are under $10 to get into the facility, unless you are a member, in which each visit is free, and it is completely interactive. They even have birthday parties. While most, if not all, sponsors typically cater to adults, it would be an interesting concept to have one that caters to children. Parents may be able to see the sponsor and have a new idea of where to go for a family fun day, a child's day off from school, a new birthday party idea. This could bring a lot of revenue into the Children's Museum as well. Alliant Energy is based in Iowa and Wisconsin, and it's a good sponsor due to the type of company that they are. It would also be very possible for them to have naming rights to the facility if they were to offer the facility the right deal as far as being their energy source or paying them enough money or a combination of both. The current NHL alignment consists of the Western and Eastern conferences. Due to the sheer number of teams on the eastern side of the country, teams as far east as Nashville Predators in Tennessee are a part of the Western Conference. The Western Conference is divided into the Pacific and Central divisions. The Pacific Division consists of the Edmonton Oilers, Calgary Flames, Vancouver Canucks, San Jose Sharks, Los Angeles Kings, Anaheim Ducks, Vegas Golden Knights, and the Arizona Coyotes. The Central Division consists of the Winnipeg Jets, Minnesota Wild, Chicago Blackhawks, St. Louis Blues, Nashville Predators, Dallas Stars, and the Colorado Avalanche. The Eastern Conference is divided into the Atlantic and Metropolitan divisions. The Atlantic Division consists of the Boston Bruins, Montreal Canadiens, Ottawa Senators, Toronto Maple Leafs, Buffalo Sabres, Detroit Red Wings, Tampa Bay Lightning, and Florida Panthers. The Metropolitan Division consists of the New York Islanders, New York Rangers, New Jersey Devils, Philadelphia Flyers, Pittsburgh Penguins, Columbus Blue Jackets, Carolina Hurricanes, and the Washington Capitals out of Washington, D.C. Moving Arizona to Cedar Rapids would mean that there would be a realignment that needs to take place. The Western Conference currently has one more team than the Eastern Conference. That is to be kept the same. The Arizona Coyotes leaving the Pacific Division would give them 7 teams, and the Cedar Rapids team would become the 8th team of the Central Division. If you are to look at where the current alignments are on a map, it would make the most sense to do it this way. The realignment would not affect the Eastern Conference in any way. Travel distances for Western Conference are actually quite large due to how far east Cedar Rapids is in comparison. Again, this happens with multiple teams just due to the sheer number of Eastern Conference teams in the league. To get to the Edmonton Oilers facility, we're looking at 1,570 miles. It is 1,610 miles to Calgary, 2,022 miles to Vancouver, 1,961 miles to San Jose, 1,812 miles to LA, 1,805 miles to Anaheim, 1,544 miles to Vegas. In the Central Division, where Cedar Rapids would be playing out of, we're looking at 732 miles to Winnipeg, 245 miles to Minnesota, 248 miles to Chicago, 285 miles to St. Louis, 591 miles to Nashville, 824 miles to Dallas, and 798 miles to Colorado. Many of the Eastern Conference teams, as I explained before, are closer. Boston is 1,229 miles away. Montreal is 1,082 miles. Ottawa is 1,023 miles. Toronto is only 754 miles away. Buffalo Sabres are 766 miles away. Detroit, only 513. The Tampa Bay Lightning, 1,092 miles. And the Florida Panthers are 1,477 miles away. The New York Islanders out of Brooklyn are 1,025 miles away. The New York Rangers are 1,023. New Jersey Devils are 1,014 miles away. Philadelphia Flyers 992. The Pittsburgh Penguins are 694 miles away. The Columbus Blue Jackets are 560 miles away. The Capitals in Washington 934. And the Carolina Hurricanes are 1,014 miles away. With the team being in the Western Conference, the majority of their games will be against Western Conference teams. Each divisional opponent will be played 4 or 5 times, and each non-divisional opponent in the conference will be played 3 times. There will be at least 2 home games against divisional opponents and at least 1 home game against non-divisional opponents in the conference. Due to Cedar Rapids being in the Western Conference, all Eastern Conference opponents will only be played twice, and it will be in a home-and-home series. Most likely, the team will have a chartered or personal plane that the owner of the team will pay for. In addition, there is the cost of hotel rooms and a daily allowance for players for spending money. If a player decides to get his own room instead of having a roommate, and it is not in his contract that he has his own room, then he may end up paying for at least half of the room, if not all of it. There's also the cost of ground transportation and at least 1 meal. With 25 players on the team and a minimum of 12 coaches, equipment managers, and trainers traveling with them, that is a minimum of 19 rooms per hotel stay. Teams are going to stay at the nicer hotels, so assume that the average room is about $300 per night. This comes to $5,700 per night just for hotels. A team meal could cost upwards of $1,000 depending on what it is that they're having. And many teams are given daily allowances per player, figuring about $80 per player, on the Cedar Rapids team would total about $2,000 per day. This is a total of $7,700 per day or night. Assuming that each divisional opponent has 2 home games and there are 2 home games for each non-divisional opponent in the conference, plus 1 home game for each Eastern Conference opponent, the expenses total $338,800 and do not include road trips lasting multiple days with a day or more between games. However, these expenses can be covered by home ticket sales as well as merchandise sales. Marketing ideas. Community connections are the absolute best way to get people to come to games. Doing promotions could include different things such as having a day where players are out, fans can interact with the players, come meet the players. I know when Vegas first started, they actually had members of their team delivering season tickets to season ticket holders as a way to connect with the community. There's also different promotions that they can do to engage children, to engage adults, to engage other hockey players. They could do alumni games, they could have mini one-on-one sessions. A lot of times for community outreach, players will go into schools or hospitals and just interact with everybody there. This is a great way for the team to get involved with the community, to make those community connections, and to allow the people of Cedar Rapids and surrounding areas to get to know the players, to get to know the team, and it makes them want to go to the games. This is the best way that they can market, in addition to jersey sales and having their banners posted in different sports bars and different arenas, as well as any possible promotions that they could have for, say, a 4-pack to a game or special prices for their home opener, different things like that, that will really make people want to attend this game. And not having any professional teams in the state, they do have the Iowa Wild, which is an AHL team, which has a great attendance record. However, it is not an NHL team, and I think a lot of people in this area, due to the sheer amount of professional hockey teams and junior hockey teams in the area, would absolutely love to have their own NHL team and to be able to go to those games and to cheer on their own team. And I think Cedar Rapids would make a fantastic place for this.